Must have. That's right. Do you know it has been, boy, I guess 6 years since we have seen this price from Luminess. This is the Rose Gold Air Legend Airbrush Makeup System. The Rose Gold, ladies, was done just for you, our Beauty Report customers. This is the best price we have ever been able to do. So I want to point out, we are talking about solution-driven products in our beauty routine. And this one, boy, hits home run with me, right? How many of us are doing 8 to 9 steps to get a flawless look? Everybody's talking about the airbrush or the look of airbrush, and they're patting and they're doing and they're baking and all this, right? Well, how would you like one simple, easy step for flawless looking skin? So we're gonna save you time. And there's a reason why we love Luminess. Do you know over 2 million airbrush systems have been sold? And today we've got it at $70 off. You're just gonna choose your shade, and it's simple and easy. So you have fair. We have this in medium, which is my shade color. Most of us are gonna be in that medium. We also have this in tan and deep. Now, last call on tan and deep, because we only have 1,500 of these remaining. It's $32.25. I do wanna let you know, Luminess is the manufacturers of the highest end flawless airbrush systems that money can buy. So you're receiving not one, but 2 blendable. This is the silk foundations. Do you know each one of these is like $39 a piece, okay? So think about that. Each one of these is $39. You have like $78 worth of foundation here, and you're using drops, not pumps, ladies. You're also receiving a blush and a $25 illuminator. And the system itself. Heather Boswell, who you know and loved here at HSN for many, many years, she's joining us. She's the ambassador of Luminous Beauty. And I love that you're able to bring us a system with over 2 million sold worldwide. Everybody talks about the look of airbrush. Everybody talks about, how do I get the airbrush look? Wait, you get the airbrush, and today it's the best value ever.
Yeah, get a real airbrush. And you know what? I'm so honored to be here after 6 months. We've been away, and because.
But 6 years ago, it was the same price.
6 years ago, it was at the same price. So we're bringing you back the legend price, legendary price. But you need to know that this airbrush system, the Rose Gold, was inspired by our Miss Amy. We brought this color out for you. So you're getting that legend system. And here's how easy it is. Because you know what? As we age, we tend to wear too much makeup.
Well, look at Heather's skin. Come on, your skin is beautiful.
Thank you, but it's all smoke and mirrors. And who cares, right? Because if you're covering what you don't want to see, that's what we want to do. As we age, we start to have more and more issues, and we start to wear a lot of makeup. Do you know the #1 thing that makes us look older than we really are is too much makeup? I want to show you what I'm hiding here. So I've got some redness that has really started to become an issue for me as I passed that milestone 50.
I would never stop.
So, hello, look at that, live on air. Okay, there's my reveal, all right? That's what I'm hiding. I've got some redness there. It's a big issue. You would think that I would have to use a lot of concealer.
I would never know that you had any redness there.
Well, there you go. Right?
What shade are you putting on?
It conceals. I'm in the fair.
Okay.
And by the way, we have fair, medium, warm, tan, or deep, and you're getting 2 of that silk-infused foundations, 2 colors. Okay, one is slightly lighter for day, and one is slightly deeper for evening. So whether you choose the fair, medium, warm, tan, or deep. Also, we have a color match guarantee, so you're gonna get that in your box. If you get the wrong color, by any chance you get the wrong color, call us, we'll send you more makeup. Okay, so that's our color match guarantee. So I'm gonna take this, I put drops of makeup, as Amy was just saying, drops of makeup, so you're using 10 times less makeup for the best coverage that you can achieve, and I'm gonna do this live on air. My mirror is way over there, but I can feel this going on, right? I can cheat by looking in the monitor. I can feel this going on, and just little circular motions, and I'm just gonna attack those little red spots. I just pull back on this little trigger here. If you can use a pen, you can luminess. It's actually easier to use than makeup brushes. You point the wand where you want it to go. You point the wand at the problem, and it disappears, right?
Isn't that
so
the
that's
truth?
What's happening with this legend system. That's why over 2 million of you are loving this. We're back after 6 months. We've got this beautiful rose gold system. You're getting 2 of the foundations, the blush, the glow. It's gorgeous.
Look how she just covered that.
Okay.
You
so
know,
let's bring it. Oh,
we're gonna show Heather's before and after.
This is really scary.
But you know what's nice about this? This is a one-time purchase, ladies. You're gonna have this forever. What are you doing right now to get ready in the morning? Are you having to apply a lot of concealer? Then you're putting on foundation. Then you're sponging on this, sponging on that. Wouldn't you like to just go over your face one time and it stays all day and you're set? You don't have to worry about, my gosh, is my freckles coming through, or can you see my blemishes, or, oh Lord, around the eyes. We forgot to talk about around the eye area. It's a miracle. I'm telling you, it's a miracle the way you can really get in there, and it never ever settles. So here's what's happening. This is your only chance to pick this up. This is Heather's only show. This is the same price that we had 6 years ago. And look at Christine using this. Look at this.
So
same price.
Christine has some issues as well. I have the redness, and we were just talking about that this one formula is going to do everything for you. Christine loves that she can, well, she can speak for herself. She can skip her concealer. I'm almost 52. I'm not wearing concealer anymore because it gathers in those lines and wrinkles and makes us look older. Okay, so Christine has some issues. Maybe we can pop up her before so she can talk about what you're seeing in the before, and you can see what she's been able to cover.
Yes. So luckily, I found the magical Luminess in September of last year, and it has transformed my face. I am one of the lucky women that had a little boy and got a pregnancy mask that I get to cover every day of my life. And it's been a struggle for 13 years, and I finally have found something that's a one-step process, and it's Luminess. It's one thing, foundation, my powder, and my concealer all in one.
Wow, look at that. I mean, you would never think, I know.
After?
You would never think she'd have any issues.
Well, and you think about, you know, when we pile on that makeup to cover what we need to cover, whether it's under eye circles, or you have pigmentation issues, or you have dark circles, or redness like I do, we start to pile on that makeup. And that's what makes us look older, because it gathers in the lines and wrinkles. And think about it, you're pressing it into the pores. I want you to look at traditional makeup. Well, we don't have it here. Oh, yeah, here it is, yes.
And so don't forget, we've got the shades, light, medium, tan, and deep. And you receive 2 foundations so you can match. So you get the perfect coverage. But again, this is your only chance to pick up the same price we offered this at 6 years ago with all new technology though.
So by the way, she's in the fair, I'm in the fair. You get 2 colors in your color range, fair, medium, warm, tan, or deep. So Christine is just completing her makeup there. You can see how she's holding that stylus, and we call it a stylus because it's shaped like a pen. You hold it like a pen. If you can write your name, in fact, if you can draw a circle, and it doesn't have to be a perfect circle, you can luminess. Where you point that magic wand, this no mess stylus is going to deposit the makeup in such a fine way that you're using up to 10 times less makeup. This is going to last for up to 18 hours, yet it's going to feel featherweight. It's silk infused, so it refracts the light that makes our lines and wrinkles appear diminished, and it makes us look younger. Not only that, but it's non-transfer, but it's completely lightweight. So you're getting that coverage and still having that lightweight. Think about a silk blouse. It feels like you have nothing on, right? You're naked. So this is traditional water-based makeup. I want to show you, this is probably similar to what you're already using, whether it's with your fingertips or your brushes or your sponges. So it's not touchless, but I want to show you when I put it into water, what happens. Okay, look at that. It's like, look, it just sinks to the bottom like a stone. Ooh. Think about that heavy makeup on your skin. You don't want that on your skin. No. Now I want you to look at the silk foundation. This is hydrolyzed silk. Look at that. Without even mixing it or touching it, it's like a puff, it's like a cloud. This is the lightest weight foundation that you're going to be able to put on your skin. Not only that, but you're applying with air. So you're getting superior coverage, long wearing coverage, flawless coverage, hydrating coverage, but it's lightweight and you don't see it. It looks like nothing at all. And that's why Airbrush, as Amy was saying, everybody compares themselves to Airbrush. It looks like Airbrush. It almost looks like your Airbrush. With Luminess Air, you really are using an Airbrush. You are concealing those flaws with an Airbrush, whether it's under eye circles, whether you've got dark spots, maybe you have some textural issues, maybe you have redness like I do, you have fine lines and wrinkles. This is something that you can pick up in the morning. It takes just a few seconds, and you will become an expert so quickly. In fact, Pamela here has only been using the system for 48 hours. She had never held one before 2 days ago. She is already an expert in applying her makeup. She can put that on, and let's bring up her before and after. When she's finished here, it's one button. She reholsters that little magic wand, and look at the difference. She looks years younger. She looks refreshed.
Yes,
she looks rested, and she didn't use a concealer. She didn't use a powder. She just used that 4-in-1 hydrolyzed silk foundation that acts as your concealer, it acts as your foundation, it hydrates and nourishes the skin when you apply it, and it lasts for up to 18 hours.
That's what we love about. We're gonna share with you some more pre-produced before and afters. This is your one chance. We've got about 2.5 minutes or sell out. I apologize, we've had a big hold going on since Heather's been here with the rose gold system. It doesn't take up any space. Tan Deep, last call. If you're not ordering those, they're completely gone.
Okay.
It's a rose gold. You can see the rose gold handle on here. When we launched this 6 years ago, the Legend, it was $129, okay? There's new technology, more precision than ever, and it's the same price. Look at these results. You know, there is truly nothing like Airbrush. So if you want this system, again, just go ahead, get it home, try it. There is nothing like it, and especially when you want to get flawless coverage that lasts all day long. What are you doing now in the morning? Or maybe you're not even putting on foundation. Why? Because it doesn't match your skin. It takes forever. It lays in lines and wrinkles. That'll never happen with this system. So we'll show you the colors again. We've got, oh, look at her, especially around the eye area. I'm telling you.
And again, no concealer.
No.
You know what? So many women over the years have told me the reason I don't wear makeup is I don't know how to do it.
Right.
Or it takes too long. With Luminess Air, if you can hold a pen, you can do this.
Jeez.
And it takes virtually seconds to do. You don't have to use a concealer. Look at the under eyes here. This is without using concealer. 4-in-1, that hydrolyzed silk foundation is going to give you concealing. It's going to give you that foundation. It's long wearing. It's got beautiful humectants in it that are going to attract moisture while you're wearing it. Up to 18 hours. It's transfer proof. In fact, you just saw me put my makeup on. I'll show you when we come back. But look at that. So if you're looking in the mirror and you're finding that you're seeing these issues, the under eye circles, the discoloration, maybe you have some freckles or sunspots, maybe you've got wrinkles and crinkles under your eyes like I do, and the concealer goes in there and makes them look worse. With Luminous Air, you literally pick up the wand, point it at the problem, and I showed you a moment ago when I removed mine, and I just want to show you that wearability. There's no transfer. So when you see that gook on your phone, that's what's on your face, right?
Exactly,
With Luminous
exactly.
Air, you get that transfer proof. Now here's Nikki. She's going to go start to finish. Okay, now hang on. I want everyone to see what she's covering. So she's got some darkness here. She's got some pigmentation issues. So she's going to zoom in. Step 1, she's got a few drops in the little reservoir.
What shade is she?
She is in the fair as well. And you're getting 2 shades of makeup. Remember,
so you
a
fair?
One.
I'm medium. There's deeper tan, last call in those. So I do want to point that out. If you don't get the right shade, there is a way that you can go ahead and exchange it for the real one that matches your skin. So that's all included in your kit today. I do want to point that out. Lowest price. So we have about a minute or sell out. That's it.
So we've got our color match guarantee. She's in the fair, so she's just zooming in and she's just pulsing that makeup on those little spots. She's got some spots. Now what she's going to do is she's going to come back and she's going to do circular motion, her final pass, and give that full coverage all over her face. She's not touching her face with her fingers, with brushes, with
good point.
Right? Because
sponges.
not only are you pulling on your skin, right? But it's not hygienic. This is completely touchless application because it's going on with air. You're using 10 times less makeup, and just that little circular motion in front of you here in studio, she's able to get that coverage, and she's just going to finish up here, and we're going to show you in her before and after what she's been able to achieve. By the way, the fair, the medium, the warm, the tan, or the deep are the choices. If you're not sure, go for the medium because they all overlap. And again, we have that color match guarantee card in each and every box that you're going to receive. So if you by chance order the wrong makeup, call us up and we'll send you the right one.
There you go.
So Nikki's just going to finish up there, and I want to have a look at her before and after. Okay, darling. We're running out of time.
But you know what? You can't. The nice thing is you see beautiful skin.
Just look at the red.
You don't look and say, oh my gosh, you know what? I see makeup. You don't see makeup. You see gorgeous, beautiful skin, and that's what makeup's about. It's not about looking cakey and makey. It's about you looking your very best, where people are complimenting you on your skin. If you're wearing makeup right now and you're not receiving compliments on your skin, you're wearing the wrong makeup. And today, ladies, we've got the real deal, with over 2 million sold here at HSN and worldwide from Luminess. This is a name you know and trust trusted. You've read about them. Now we're giving you the same price we offered 6 years ago, but new and better technology in the Luminess, all done in rose gold. Remember, you receive 2 of their silk, long-wearing, never-settling foundations. That by itself is almost $80, okay? You're receiving the blush, the highlighter, and the entire system today for only $129. So take a look at these before and afters. Again, makeup can make or break our age. They really can. Look at the difference here this is making, even around the eye area. And I think that's where we have a tendency to get heavy with concealers because we have so much darkness.
Well, because we have more issues as we age. I'm going to be 52 in a month.
You look amazing.
I don't use concealer anymore. That's crazy.
I know.
I don't use concealer anymore. I just use Luminess. I couldn't live without it. This is the one product that I bring with me everywhere when I travel around the world. I get up in the morning and I use it a little bit underneath my eyes. I cover that redness that you saw me cover live in studio just a moment ago, and it gives me 18 hours of water-resistant wear. You saw me a second ago. I've got makeup on. I can press this into, it's completely transfer-proof. But when you want to take it off, it comes off with our wipes.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great job, Heather, Christine.
Thank you.
Always nice seeing everybody. Hey, don't forget about our Best Buy